to do, before I start talking to you a little bit about Rudy, as we know, last week we all had our own moments of silence and our own times to reflect on 9/11. Besides 9/11, we have thousands and thousands of our troops that are risking their lives, many giving their lives, over to defend the freedoms that we all enjoy serving over in Iraq and Afghanistan. So if I could ask us all to take just a moment of silence for all of those that give the ultimate sacrifice so we can all do what we do here today, I'd appreciate it. Okay, thank you. Now, many of you know, of course, Rudy Giuliani. We are here in the Northeast, and I don't think any of us has not been affected by the work that Giuliani has done over the years, both as a prosecutor. When at age 29, he was chosen to lead the narcotics unit at the U.S. Attorney's Office. As a crime fighter, he was named Associate Attorney General by Ronald Reagan, which was the third highest position in the Department of Justice. He supervised all of the U.S. Attorney's offices nationally. In 1983, he became the U.S. Attorney General for the Southern District of New York, and as many of you know, he spearheaded very successful efforts to root out organized crime, white-collar criminals, drug dealers, and corrupt elected officials. You know, Rudy is somebody, as we know, did clean up New York. After the Dinkins administration, New York was a wreck. We remember Crown Heights. We remember many of the other things that were going on in New York, and of course, we all remember Times Square. In 1993, Rudy became the first Republican-elected mayor in the city of New York in over a generation. In 97, he was reelected with 57% in a city which Democrats outnumber Republicans 5-1. Under Mayor Giuliani's leadership, crime dropped by 56%. Murder was cut by 66%. And New York, which was once considered the crime capital of the world, was named the safest city in America, according to the FBI. So we know from experience that Rudy Giuliani knows how to come into a troubled situation, turn it around, and be a leader. When he took office, 1 in every 7 New Yorkers was on welfare. Over his term, he reduced the welfare rolls by 640,000 people, or nearly 60%, to the lowest level since 1966. He's restored the fiscal responsibility in New York. When he took office, there was a $2.3 billion deficit. He turned it into a multi-billion-dollar surplus. And while he did that, he eliminated 23 city taxes. I think when we talk about what's important to us Republicans, as far as leadership, as far as cutting taxes, as far as getting people off the welfare rolls and getting them to work, Rudy Giuliani has shown that his experience in office in New York really did make a difference, and he turned that city around, and he can do the same for our country. On September 11th, you know, we suffered the worst attack in American history. After surviving the fall of the towers, the mayor immediately began leading the recovery of the city in its darkest hours. And for his efforts, former First Lady Nancy Reagan presented Mayor Giuliani with the Ronald Reagan Presidential Freedom Award. He was knighted by the Queen of England, and named Person of the Year by Time magazine. He made his mark locally, but he was well known nationally and internationally. As far as this upcoming election, we have great candidates running for President of the United States on the Republican side of the ticket. And I think many of them could do a good job in office, but I don't think they could do as good a job as Rudy, and especially I don't think they can get elected to be president. And the reason why is our country's changed. Our country has a lot more of those so-called blue states than we used to have. We saw in the last election, we came down to one state that decided where the country was going to go presidentially. And having a gentleman like Rudy Giuliani run nationally means that we have a chance for our Republican presidential candidate to win states like Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Florida, California, and especially Ohio. We are going to need some of those states to win this election. And there's only one candidate on the Republican side that not only has the proven leadership to lead, but also has the ability to pull some of those Reagan Democrats, independents, and really motivate our Republican base to get them out. And when that base is motivated, it's going to help all of you in your towns. When you're trying to, Rudy Giuliani will help to rise all votes so we can get more Republican, not only nationally, but here in Passaic County. We need a candidate that will be out there and fight for us on areas such as the safety of our kids. I had my son walk up here with me when I came up, and I'm concerned for his safety. And I remember back when Rudy Giuliani threw Yasser Arafat out of an event in New York because he said Yasser's a terrorist and I won't have a terrorist at an event that I'm running. And I remember when Rudy Giuliani told the sheiks over in the Middle East who wanted to give money to New York City after 9/11, those from Saudi Arabia, keep your money. That's the kind of leadership we need. Someone with principles, somebody with character, and someone who'll stand up to do the right thing. So thank you very much. I appreciate being here, and please stop by our table and get more information. Thank you.